Morning, Steve. We're back at it. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our adventures. We're still on the Isle of Wight. We're kind of jumping straight into it this morning, aren't we? No messing about. It's still cold. We're sick of winter. No messing about today, though. No, like, pissing around with tea. We're just getting with our fabulous wheat tea, I might add, which we've already had. Just getting straight on with the getting out and about. No. Even though it's getting on a bit now. Yeah, no. Not such early birds this time. No. So we are parked, we're still on the Isle of Wight, and we're parked in a little place called, I think it's St Boniface Down? Boniface? I mean, that sounds quite fabulous, doesn't it? St Boniface, that sounds kind of Scottish or something. I don't know why it's called that, but this place is the highest point on the island, and it's about 240 metres above sea level. So here we are, it's kind of on the south point of the island. We stayed, there's a little car park at the top, we stayed, it seemed okay, perfectly flat. I didn't sleep very well because it was very, very windy, but other than that, it was a really nice little spot. You've got, on a good day, quite fantastic views of the sea over there, so that's obviously, I guess that's the English Channel, isn't it, Steve? Out to sea, but not so brilliant today. However, there is a little creak of sunshine coming through, so we're a little bit excited about that, aren't we? It's like, oh, warmth, come on, finally. Give me some spring. So we're starting today at the top of this peak, the highest point of the Isle of Wight. We're going down, but you know what that means, Steve, later on. Aye, so we're leaving the van up here and we're going down to a little town called Ventnor, is it? Ventnor. Stephen was like, isn't that the villain from Stranger Things? That's Vecna. That's Vecna. So Ventnor is a little town just located right down in the cusp, kind of like sheltered right by this hill we're on, and there's something, because of that, there's something very interesting about it that it's quite well known for, but we'll tell you about that when we get down there. Let's go and enjoy a walk, Steve. Come on then. All right then. Oh my god, you're so looking forward. We haven't even started yet. It's already like, oh wow, not looking for the hill. Standard procedure. Aye. So that is Ventnor down there. Yeah, it is really sheltered. Like, this is so steep up here. It never looks as bad on the camera, but we just feel so high up. Not so much high, but just so stark and sudden. It really just rears up out of nowhere. Stephen's preparing to fly there by the looks of it. Gonna take off. These steps look like they're going to tilt off to the side, never mind the rail that's not even on. You go first, Steve. Give it a try. You can't really see on camera, but they're actually tilting over to this gigantic ravine there with that very comforting looking fence that's fallen over the side or been chucked. So we're nearly down to oh god, what's its name again? I've forgotten already. Ventnor. No, it's not Ventnor. That's Stranger Things, isn't it? It's Vecna. Oh, no, but it's Ventnor, isn't it? Oh, Ventnor. Oh my god, I can't ever remember where we are. So we're nearly down to Ventnor, and god, it's hard on the knees, this, isn't it? But it didn't take too long at all. Like, you wouldn't think where we were just a minute ago that we're actually right above a little town. So Ventnor is your traditional kind of little small seaside town, once very popular like all sorts of seaside towns, and like many seaside towns had its struggles once travel and summer holidays kind of changed towards the end of the last century. Another one of those seaside towns that was known as and recommended for its health benefits and being by the sea. Didn't we used to have sea bathing hospitals, Steve?
Well, you still do.
Do you still have them?
Well, in Margate. They're not actually there anymore, but the buildings are still.
Oh yeah, the buildings still are, but they're not. That used to be an actual thing, didn't it? Like, it was actually recommended medically to be by the sea.
To recuperate, but the bed's outside. I imagine there's still a validity to some of that.
Yeah.
Like for being the beds being outside on a hospital ward.
So Ventnor, the one really interesting thing about this place, and it's partly because I can't speak today, Steve.
Well, you're managing.
No, I can't put sentences together. Let's start this again. Right, come on, Daniel, let's get this right, because I'm really struggling today, I think, because I didn't sleep well last night and I'm struggling to put sentences together. I know that might seem shocking, but it's just not happening today. So I've got one point to make, let's make it.
Ooh.
So Ventnor is known for a very particular thing, and that's the fact it has its own unique little microclimate. And the reason for that is because the hill we're on, which was the highest point, kind of shelters it, I guess. So it kind of shelters it, and it means throughout the year, it's kind of like a couple of degrees warmer than lots of the surrounding island, and usually if there's frost on the Isle of Wight, often this escapes it just because it's warmer here. So partly because of the shelter from the hilltop we're on, but also partly because we're just so far south, I guess. So generally it's warmer here. So the combination of the two means it's got a little climate that has meant that you can grow things here that have managed to sustain themselves throughout the year, whereas you wouldn't be able to do that on other parts of the island. In fact, I think there's a botanical garden here that grows all kinds of like subtropical plants that you wouldn't expect to see necessarily on the Isle of Wight, but in Ventnor it works because of its own little microclimate. I mean, I don't know, it does feel a little bit more. Yeah, the wind's dropped, doesn't it? Are we just imagining it? Does it feel warmer?
It does feel warmer.
Certainly, as soon as you walk in, you see some kind of plants that you might not necessarily see elsewhere. Where else was I going with this?
So let's go and have a look then.
Yeah. So we're going to have a look around Ventnor and just have a wander. We've got a plan today. We're going a little bit along the coast, but first we're going to look around the town. But yeah, I mean, I know we can't really, I don't know how we can represent on camera if it has its own microclimate. Maybe we'll see some unusual plants around, maybe not. But it's just interesting to know and probably makes it quite a desirable place to be. Have I made my point? I think I've made my point.
You're over making it. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Let's just have a look. Well, it's budget day today, isn't it, Stephen? We're back on the Tesco meal deal, chicken sandwich with a couple of eggs and then a green smoothie, which obviously if you got your Tesco club card, it's £3.60, is it? Yeah. So we thought we'd do that rather than splash out. We were going to get chips, but the two fish and chip shops that seem to be here seem to be closed at the moment, so we're not going to do that. Although I bet when we pass it, they turn out to be open. However, there was a little cafe here, and it's kind of like a charity-run cafe, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, Better Days Cafe.
Better Days Cafe in Ventnor, and it's really, really good value. It's open to everyone. If you can't afford various things, I think they just pay what you can afford. Is that right?
What's the woman seem to imply?
That's what she implied. I don't know if that's definitely true. I don't want to say that for definite, but it's really, really good value. So we were going to go in there. Somebody recommended it, said the food's really nice, but it was just completely full up. All the tables were taken, and understandably, like a jacket potato was a £5. What else was there?
Yeah, spaghetti bolognese with chilli for £6.
Yeah, spaghetti bolognese and chilli for
£6.
£6. Yeah, breakfast for £8. It just seemed really good value compared to a lot of places. So we were going to go in there. We got some cash out, and then it was too full up. So obviously it's popular, but yeah, we've got the Tesco meal deal. I really like Ventnor, don't you?
Yeah, I like it. It's nice.
It's really pretty. I keep saying pretty. I need a bloody thesaurus, Steve.
No.
It's attractive. It's quaint. It's quintessentially seaside-esque.
It's nice.
But on a hill.
It's got a nice feel.
Yeah, it does have a nice feel. There's a bit of a mix of like sort of some well-off areas and some not so well-off bits maybe, and you can see it's got its struggles. There are various buildings in the town that have closed down. There's a couple of pubs that have closed down, a couple of empty shops, but some things are open and seem to be doing okay. I mean, I don't know if they are or not. I don't know, it's just got a nice vibe, hasn't it? It's colourful.
I like it.
Of course, it apparently has that little microclimate. It does feel warmer. I don't feel cold actually today, do you? Well, okay, maybe that's a push, but we feel warmer than we have done recently. Yeah, like in Ventnor, I just think the hills might get slightly annoying in the end. That's the only thing. because we thought we were right by the seafront, but as it turns out that we are, but it just goes down even further. So yeah, not looking forward to getting back to the van later. Anyway, let's eat our little budget lunch, shall we, Steve?
Oh yeah.
Bon appetit. Oh yeah, all right, don't wait for me, will you?
No.
Although we say we're being budget today, Steve was eyeing up this cake. He passed it about 3 times today. So what did you get, Steve?
Jaffa cake.
Jaffa cake. Any good?
Tastes like nothing.
Of course. He's so happy as always. Always a satisfied customer, this one. I tried a bit, it's not that bad. It does taste like Jaffa cake, but it doesn't taste better than actual Jaffa cakes, in which case you may as well have just bought Jaffa cakes. £3.30. So not too bad actually. It was quite a big size, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like often these days you pick up a piece of cake and it's like £4.50 upwards, isn't it? It seems to be. So I didn't think that was too bad for the size of it. But he's not happy. Of course he's not happy.
Well, I just wanted it to taste like orange.
It does taste like chocolate and orange. It just tastes exactly like a Jaffa cake with lots of kind of maybe a bit too dry sponge. I don't know, it's all right. Alright, so we've left Ventnor now, Ventnor, and we're walking further along the coast. It's very windy, it suddenly got really cold again, hasn't it? Now we're actually on the seafront itself. I bloody love Ventnor so far.
Yeah,
Ventnor.
Yeah, it's nice atmosphere.
It is. It does feel like it's got its struggles, but as Stephen said, it manages to be nice in spite of that. Lots of the old classic seaside buildings. But anyway, what we're doing now is we're walking along the coast. We feel very exposed here. I don't know if we said, I'm sure we did say, but we're on the kind of southern point of the Isle of Wight. So it's quite exposed to the elements out in the channel here on this part of the island. And we're walking along to somewhere called Steephill Cove. That sounds promising, doesn't it, Steve? Given what we've got to get back up to yet. Alright, so just around the corner, this is Steephill Cove. Oh god, is that what it's called, Steve?
Yeah, I think so.
Steephill Cove. Rather nice little houses along here. Very quaint. The battery's about to die. I think we need to head back. I think that's the last we're going to get, to be honest.
Alright then.
So that's it all.
Let's go home.
Alright then.
Right then.
I mean, at least we'll get back quicker, Steve, because I won't be able to film because everything's going to die. So. Yeah.
Alright then.
Count your blessings, eh?
Alright then.
We'll see you later. Well, we are back. I look like I've got a line going through this hat, Steve. It's where the sunlight's going. Yeah, that was hard going, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good for me.
It was like vertical coming back up. But we got there, we are back to where we started today. What a place, Stephen. What a beautiful, beautiful place. I really love Ventnor, don't you?
Yeah, I do. It's nice.
We didn't get to show you all of it because my battery died. I'm using Stephen's phone right now. And Steep Cove Bay, oh my God, that was really magical, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Some lovely little like huts and some quite grand houses there as well, to be honest, but it was all done out in a very kind of oldie worldy little hidden Smuggler's Cove type of way. Yeah, very pretty.
Very nice.
I just really like it here. What a park up, Steve. What a place.
I know.
Parked here, didn't cost us anything. Beautiful town, Beautiful island.
Aye.
I'm enjoying the Isle of Wight, are you?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's very nice. One thing that's on our mind though, it's really hard to find bins. So I think we do need to get rid of some stuff. Right. So that'll be another mission.
For now, we need to get cracking. We need to get petrol, get some dinner, and find some else.
We do. Let's crack a move on, Steve. And just take in this view one last time. Aye, lovely. So ungrateful, isn't he? Oh my God, we're having a right trauma this evening, aren't we?
Really?
Well, a little bit. Oh, come on, up the drama, Steve. This is a video, remember?
What's drama?
Well, we've just trying to find somewhere to park. We realised we needed to get rid of some of our toilet waste, shall we say. So that was something we had to do. Yeah. And we're kind of scrabbling around to do that. We needed a bin. So luckily in Morrison's, also we needed a supermarket. We found that. We needed petrol. In Morrison's we did have a recycling bin so we could get rid of half of our waste, and the rest we've managed to get rid of in a normal bin. Now we're currently in Shanklin, which actually looks really nice. We're debating whether to stay down this seafront right now. I think we might come back and visit Shanklin. We don't really like staying on places like this. It's by a road. It's quite public, really. It's quite public all the way along here. So yeah, trauma, Steve, trauma.
There's no trauma, there's no drama.
It is trauma, it is drama.
You're making it up.
No, I'm not. Yeah. What are you talking about? You saying I'm dramatic?
No.
Ridiculous. What are you talking about?
Come on then, let's get cracking because it's gone 5 now.
Well, have you found a place to stay?
No. Well, there's other places to look at, but I want to drive down here first.
All right, well let's go and have a look down there, see if that's any better. Yeah, I think all of this seafront is a bit like this. Don't drive onto the beach, Steve. Goes down there by the looks of it. I think we're going to go back the other way. It's all overlooked, you see, and that never makes us comfortable. And as you know, our van isn't exactly stealth.
Oh, the other end isn't overlooked. There's nothing to say you can't stay down here.
Well, you can actually pay a charge, I think £2 overnight, so that almost implies that it's actively not encouraged, but certainly allowed. I really could do with a bag of chips, you know. Well, actually, I think we're going to give up on Shanklin, but you know what? It seems quite active down here, given it's winter. Arcades are open, there's a few pubs and restaurants open down here. Seems to be a seaside town with the usual kind of attractions, like the, you know, the crazy golf, that kind of stuff.
Crazy golf, as if it's crazy.
I know, there's nothing crazy about it. Alright, well bye Shanklin, nice to see you for 5 minutes. I'd like to come back here and have a proper look. Anyway, I'm going to stop filming because we don't know where we're going, so I need to give Steve some directions, I guess. So we'll see you somewhere mysterious and new.
Can't actually see anything.
Good evening all. Steve's looking intellectual. He's got his glasses on.
He's
doing some drawing.
No, I can't see anything like that.
Some bloody good drawing, I might add, as well. He's drawn a swimmer. It's very, very good. Anyway, we digress. We've settled down. We are in a little park up. It is so windy. It's a little bit scary, but I think it's going to die down in the night, isn't it? So we should be all right.
Yeah, I think it's calmed down already, to be fair.
Yeah, compared to when we first got here, it was absolutely blasting, and it, like the van was rocking a little bit. Yeah, but we are going to be all right. We've got some dinner going. Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say really. We're going to wrap up the video, I think. A bit of a short one this week, or is it? I don't know. I mean, who knows what these bloody videos ever end up like? I don't know what the footage is going to look like. There could be 10 minutes of us talking, or me talking, waffling on, and it seems like a short video, but it isn't. I have absolutely no idea until we put them together, but at the moment, in my head, it feels like a short video. I do want to add something very quickly. Thank you to everybody who leaves comments, who watches our videos. We really appreciate it. We love reading all the comments, and I do try to get back to them. I do try to reply to all of them, but sometimes, like, it's not that I don't get around to it, but sometimes they're a bit later. So, you know, if I don't get back to you immediately, it's just because there's other things going on, and, you know, I'm not just jumping on to respond to comments all the time. Maybe I should be, I don't know.
It's a bit lazy of you, Daniel.
Oh God, it's terrible, isn't it?
Try harder.
But we are going to end the video, so do it.
So that's it. So please push your like button. Very important to push your like button. Push your subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And push your notification bell if you want to be notified when we next put a video out.
Yep, thank you for watching. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.